several in particular that I've picked up over the past several months. One that I really like is a company called EA. I see the parallels with them and Dairy Queen in the sense that, very anecdotally, I have a 8-year-old daughter, and I don't know if you've seen like the commercials for all the new 5G phones, kids that are just like this and they're playing their games while they're texting other people.
Yeah.
And they're on like their video calls. Like that is so accurate to how the next generation is really playing and interacting. And so what I see with her, I mean, she's not playing like games by EA Sports or anything, but
Right.
she might play Minecraft on the console, and she might play the other mobile games like Among Us or something like that.
Okay.
While she's doing that, she's on FaceTime with her friends like the whole time, and they're just chatting while they're playing.
And they're playing together
And
while
so,
chatting. Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it's something like, I don't know how old you are. I'm in my early 30s.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, similar generation. I mean, when we wanted to socialize while we gamed. So it's a very different world. And I think back then also there weren't as many kids playing games as there are now. So against that backdrop, yeah, you have.
I didn't know any like 8-year-old girls playing games back when I was
right. Yeah, exactly. It's just a different world. There's more of a technology adoption is much quicker.
Okay.
With that, you have a very nice secular tailwind as a backdrop. That's really nice. You want to be a part of that. If you can get in a company and pay a decent price just off that's going to be a good place to start.
And what's the valuation look like today?
I think I paid somewhere in the high teens price to free cash flow, just as a general range. And they're up something like 20-25% since. So, something I might be looking at in the pullback. But how I see parallels with them and Dairy Queen is the big blockbuster games right now are like Call of Duty. Take-Two is another competitor. They've made big blockbuster games like Grand Theft Auto. So there are really these games that kind of take the attention, and they're the big headliners. We could think of that in the burger world as like, a Chipotle or a Chick-fil-A. And then we have Dairy Queen over here, which is doing just fine.
Yeah.
And what makes EA such a kind of cash cow is the fact that they have these sports franchises like FIFA, which is soccer, and Madden, which is football. And if you've ever played either of these games, I
love Madden.
Do you? Yeah,
years,
me too. I call it Madden. I mean, like when I think of Madden, I think of when I play Madden, and I just get extremely mad every time. I had to stop playing. I haven't played in years. I have like holes in the wall and everything
God.
To really attest for.
It's fun now with all the running quarterbacks, like Mahomes and
Patrick Mahomes, yeah,
and all these great quarterbacks now. They're so fun to play with.
I'm sure you say fun when you're not playing against them, because they are incredibly frustrating to play.
So when you're being one of them, it's a lot of fun.
Right.
Because back when I was a kid, it was like Michael Vick, and that was it. So.
Exactly. Yeah, and I'm sure he has made me punch a hole in my wall, because it's very hard to defend when a guy is like totally 5 times faster than the other players on the screen. And as a Madden player, there's no alternative to Madden. Like it's not even close. Like if you want a realistic experience with Madden, you're going to pick up Madden, and that's it. They can refresh Madden, they can refresh FIFA with very little capex, very little engineering spend, and it's just churning out cash flow. And FIFA actually produces a big portion of that for the company. And it's way more than all of the other kind of stakes in the fire that they have, which are nice to have, the Sims, some of the Star Wars games. But these are really their cash cow businesses within this cash cow investment. And so they just started paying a dividend. They're doing share buybacks. They're looking at strategic acquisitions. And so if you can find businesses like that might not get all of the attention of an Activision with Call of Duty or Take-Two with Grand Theft Auto, that can be a way to find companies still trading with a margin of safety, emphasis on the safety, train up that discount to their intrinsic value without necessarily having to pay a premium price for it. And, you might not get the same growth as a blockbuster kind of game that takes over the whole world like a Fortnite, but, you're going to make great returns on that, assuming the company can continue to show you that, hey, in the past, they've been good allocating capital. They're going to continue to do that moving forward. And I just love businesses like that.